Hello everyone, this is Red Bear 773, and I figured I'd show you one of my locomotives that you guys probably haven't seen yet. It's a Lionel 602 seaboard switcher, NW2. The reason why you haven't seen it is it doesn't really run. And this switcher, along with the 610, which is over here, back here in the corner there, he's been a bad boy, he's in the corner. They have the motors from 1955 onwards, I think that's right. And the problem with them, I'll take off the shell, the end's wrecked anyway, which is very common with the newer types, the switchers, because it's a sheet metal frame instead of die cast, and it's got a tab where you screw it in, and it's relying on that little bit of plastic on the end of the shell to hold it all together, and that doesn't work too well. The 44 tonners are the same way. But anyway, it's this kind of motor. Instead, with the Alcos, when you flip it over, there's a screw underneath, and you can take the whole thing apart. You can take the truck sides off, you can take the motor apart and everything, and you can really work on it really well. These, however, are unfortunately all just stamped together. It's hard to show you, but pretty much if you see a sheet metal frame like this, it's going to be the stamped together kind of motor, like that. See, there's where it connects in, and you can't take them apart. The only thing you can do is take the top off and clean the brushes. That's pretty much it. I think the armature comes out all the way, but the problem is that since it's all stamped together over time, the frame here, it's only aluminum I think, or maybe zinc, I'm not sure, but it had to be non-magnetic, and it shakes loose over time. And I don't know if you can tell, but see how I'm squeezing it and there's play? And the problem with that is that makes the gears run out of sync, and then they don't run anymore. And this one still runs in reverse, but it will not run in forward. Here, I'll show you. The E unit works beautifully on this one, and I wish I had a C battery. I have tested it before. That horn works. See, that way it'll run in reverse. It's a little rough, but it runs. Yeah, that was my brown switch buzzing. I really hate those switches. But there's forward. That's really all. But if you squeeze the sides of that frame, see, there it goes. Yeah. So I actually have down in one of these boxes under the table way in the back 2 44 tonners that I got at different times on eBay that have the same problems. The 44 tonners are pretty much the same thing as the NW2s with a different shell for the most part, and steps on the trucks and stuff like that. One of them is completely in pieces because I kept on trying to work on it. That's when I first got it, and I was trying to figure out what the heck was wrong. And the other one, I got the black Northern Pacific 44 tonner. It's the one that's in pieces right now, and the red Lehigh Valley one is all together. I think it kind of runs in reverse, but not forward at all, just like this. Worse than this. This I actually had running around the table a bit in reverse, and it runs okay. Not real well, but pretty good. It doesn't get stuck or anything. But and the 610 back there, this is my other locomotive with that kind of motor. It'll run in both directions. It runs much better in reverse. Forward, it'll kind of jitter along. It usually doesn't get stuck, but I don't try to push it with forward because it might just keep getting worse. But anyway, see, there's a little rubber band there, and I'll show you the ends there that I want to try to squeeze together. I'm about 99.99% that this is not going to make any kind of difference, but I'm going to try to stick a rubber band on the end of there and see what happens. The other thing that I was thinking of doing is to drill a hole actually right through the side frames here, right there, and put a little thin machine screw with a nut through it and tighten it down and keep cranking it down until hopefully it works. I don't know, I don't want to really drill a hole in it, and that coupler assembly is in the way. I would have to take the coupler off. It's the front coupler though, so it's not that big of a problem to take the coupler off it. It's just a horseshoe clip. Alright, let me try this rubber band. Cross your fingers. Yeah, we know that works. Holy crap. That's... You gotta be kidding me. I've had this locomotive for 4 years, probably 5. Never ran it forward. I did not look this up on the internet or anything for a fix. I just came up with it. I think it's gonna work. Oh. Guess who didn't throw the switch? Yeah. Hey. Yeah, I know. It's a land of really old rusty switches. I don't know if it's gonna keep on working. That's reverse. But there she goes. You can hear it kind of grinding a bit, but it's running. That's... wow. Well, let me put the shell on and run a train. Doesn't work really good, but it does work. So it always happens. You fix something without the shell on it, and then you try to pull a train or something, and I don't want to run into the other room. It's not running that great. Well, that was only the first attempt, and that was a little rubber band, and it didn't really seem to have a whole lot of spring to it. So, at any rate, it seems to be somewhat of a fix. Let's see, let's just run it on this table. See it shaking? I'll have to try to work on that more, see if I can squeeze it together a little tighter. But that might work. Alright, I'll see you later.